Hey guys, it's Greg. In this video I would like to show you Midhalla, a co-op game for 1 to 5 players, 5 with expansion, 4 without. It is a co-op game with tower defense system. We saw this game for the first time last year on the Essen Spiel, and we were interested in this game, but you know, we had like 30 minutes to play it and that's it. So now we had an occasion to play it in home, to test it. This is a prototype. We got like 3 demo scenarios, so it's not much, but at least we got more of experience with the game, especially that right now the authors prepared more components than it was in during Essen Spiel. So we have this campaign book, we have skills, we have monsters, we have items that we can purchase, and so on and so on. Then we only had like 1 battle and that's it. So this is a game where you're not going to find any luck mechanisms. This game is strictly about your strategy and how you're going to maintain all those monsters that are going to spawn and try to destroy your village, let's say. And each of the monsters has its own behavior patterns, so how you are going to play it determines if you are going to win or not. So no rolling dice, no luck, and so on. So Midhalla, this is a prototype, as I said. The game is going to be on crowdfunding platform. So if you are interested in this title, just check out the rest of the video and maybe you will be more convinced to check the game when the campaign will start. So as you can see, the game is set on a table. We played all those tutorials that we got in this prototype. There's only 3 scenarios in it, and what we know from the leaflet in this prototype, there should be around 12 chapters or more, because Midhalla is a game with a campaign. The campaign is, I don't know if it's going to be branching or not, because we only just got a demo, but it's going to have at least 12 chapters. The game comes with campaign book with around 50,000 words, and again, this is only the what I got in this leaflet, let's say. So what I want to show you right now are the components of the game, and I'm going to tell you about the mechanics and about the general flow of the game. So first of all, what is Midhalla? It's a tower defense game where you are going to protect your gate, your village, let's say, from obviously monsters that are going to come from this dungeon. The rules of the game are extremely simple. I mean, it's so intuitive that you are going to play this game like straight from the book. You're not going to like read the manual, the rule book again and again, and you're gonna be lost. So this is amazing for me, especially that they designed those starting scenarios like a tutorial, so you're just setting up, they explaining everything, and you're just starting playing immediately. Now, what we have in here. So first of all, in this prototype we got few heroes. It's 4 of them. I'm gonna show you 2. As I said, this is a prototype, so I believe those are not the final versions of everything, not only the player's sheets. So what do we have here? First of all, each character gets like more advanced and more simplified version. So I'm going to just go through the simplified one. What you can find here: health of your hero, ultimate skills that you can use once in each of the battles, and skills in 2 rows, top and bottom. So every time when you are going to activate your hero, you are going to activate 1 skill from the top and 1 skill from the bottom, exactly in this order. So always first one must be top and then must be the bottom. What is the twist? So every time you are going to activate skill, you're going to put a token on it, and in your next round you cannot use exactly the same thing as skill second time in a row, so you must choose something different, and basically that's it. So during your rounds you just need to activate your 2 skills and maybe your ultimate skill if you have it unlocked, and that's it. So this is the round of the hero. The second thing that I would like to show you, next thing, are the monsters. So the monsters are going to spawn on this maze. This maze is actually from the second scenario, so it's not always going to be looking like this. But monsters are going to spawn on one monster going to spawn on each of those tiles. I mean, in this regular rules, because obviously they can change depending on the scenario. And now on this another sheets we have different type of monsters. So let's go with magma wolf pack, kobold thief, zombie horde, wolf clan shaman, demon bear, rune golem, fallen kobold seer. Those are the examples, because as you can see in here and in here we have more of them, and again I believe it's not all of them, as it is a prototype. Now, what informations you are going to find on those monster cards? Modifiers. So for example, Rune Golem gets 1 armor, and if you want to hurt him you must destroy his armor, or always subtract 1 damage from thanks to his armor, its armor. Next thing is amount of the health, hit points, and it's shown by the like symbol over here. So depending on the amount of the players, you are going to use those red discs to match how many hit points that guy gets. So for this example, for 2 players it's going to be 9, and for 5 players you need to put 10 here, 10 here and 8 here, so it's going to be 18, and so on around the card. Health and this modifier. The last place is this one with the information about the target of this monster, because monsters in this game are going to target, at least in this prototype, 3 areas. I mean 3, let's say, areas, let's say like this. The first thing that they can target are the traps that you are going to put on a map, and basically this monster is going to always target a trap. This is his main objective, to destroy all of your traps. The second thing that monsters can target is your gate to your, let's say, village, which is over here at the top of this maze, and the entrance to your village is in the center of these 3 locations. So in here, this is the location where your monsters are going to come and attack your gate, and the demon bear is going to make 3 damage to your gate. And another one is basically, so we have 4, I forgot about this one. This next one is with this player icon, and those magma wolves are going to target player. And this is the goal of the wolf pack, to find the closest hero and attack him or her. And so the one that I skipped, this one with the question mark, this means that those monsters changes their targets. So if they're on a tile with traps, they are going to attack traps. If they are on a tile with heroes, they're going to attack heroes, and so on. And yeah, so maybe that's it for now. We have monsters. There is on this prototype also we have one boss. 2 actually. This first one is the Kobold King, with his special way of acting. This diagram here shows us what he is going to do in his action. Health points, targets, so again this is the question mark, so everything basically, and some information about setup. So here we have the Kobold King, and in here we have a monster. And the rest of the locations are basically the same as with the Kobold King. So we have extra sheets for bosses. So this is another element. Now I would like to show you more about talk about more about this setup of the board. So maybe I will take this main board, which is over here. That one represents your I want to say village and entrance to your village. So I'm gonna take all those components and I'm gonna take it so you can see it. Here is your gate to your village. You're going to put your dice with 20 on it. So this is the health point of your gate, 20 hit points. If the gate is destroyed, obviously you lost. Here are your starting locations. This one is an entrance to your gate. So when the monsters reaches this location, they're going to attack the gate. And then here you have those two reinforced locations, which are, let's say, safe, and the monsters are not going to appear on those locations. Also, you can reinforce other locations on the map when you're going to put some special token on it to represent it that this location is reinforced. What reinforcements allows you to do? Basically, you can build traps on a reinforced location, and second thing, monsters are not going to appear on those locations. So this is your map of your village, city, I don't know how to say it, call it. Here you are going to track your resources, your money, and your runes, and in here is guide of actions that you can perform in one of the 5 phases of the game. And basically that's it. So this is your this is your heart. This is the place where monsters want to, or this is the place which monsters want to reach and you want to protect. And now the tiles. So the game, each scenario is completely different. I mean, when it comes to those 3 that we played, and those locations, I mean the map is built with those locations. So I have 2 of here to just show you what you can expect from them, and on each of those tiles you have information about obviously the number, and like this example there are also letters that indicates that these 2 edges can be connected with another tile. So this is like the end of the road. When you attach, it can be attached like this, and no more locations will be added in here. But when you put this tile on a map, that indicates that in here or in here there are also another roads that can be discovered. So this is the map. I mean, this is the way to building the map. And obviously we have some monsters. This is a prototype, as I said, so it's not perfect. I believe it's going to be much more better quality in the end. Also, the monsters are in here, at least are the standees, but heroes got their miniatures. They're also, I mean, they are printed on a 3D printer, I think, so it's not like, again, perfect design, but it shows us what we can expect from the final product. But not only heroes got, let's say, minis, we have also minis for traps. And we have different type of traps. So this is the blade trap, that's why we have those blades in here. But you can also build those spike traps, and there are also 2 rune traps. But that's not all of them. What I saw in the box, there are at least 2 more types of traps. And again, this is not all. We can. I also saw that we can build a barricade. I don't know how barricade works because it's not explained, but there are also another mechanics that are going to be implemented in this game. So remember that I'm just showing you what we got in this demo. So maybe now I will show you what the flow of the game. First of all, we got those amazing overview of the turn. And basically, it's everything that you need to know. Oh yeah, and keywords on the back. Here you have every information that you need to know to play this game. So you're going to start every scenario with this setup when you are going to get 6 silver, 5 runestones, some trap components, 2 items to the merchant chart, level up skill 1, and gain unlocked unique items. So what does it mean? So silver and runes are your resources that you can spend for traps and to purchase items from the cart. Components of the traps. So another things are those trap components, so you are going to also find some of them, and you are just randomly choosing, drawing some of them, and this is your pool to use and build or upgrade traps. And again, as I said, for example, I'm going to show you the spike trap. So in this game you only have 3 spike traps, each of them with 3 health points, and when you build spike trap of level 1, it costs 2 gold to 2 silver, and this spike trap have a pierce and attack 1. But when you upgrade it by spending 1 blue runestone and 2 component traps, it doesn't matter which one, you can upgrade it to level 2, and then the attack is 2. So this is the, for example, spike trap. So those are the trap components that I told you that you can use them to upgrade your traps or to build your traps, and you are going to start with every round with 5 of them. Another one is add 2 items to the merchant chart. So in here is your merchant chart. You can get different items. Some of them are available from the start, but some of them are unlocked, and the game uses a little bit of legacy. I mean, you're not going to destroy anything in here, any components, but you're going to unlock more and more events, elements, things that you can buy and use during each of the scenarios. So for example, you can buy Hunter's Bow. You can't move this turn, but you are going to perform attack 2 with the range 2. Or crossbow, attack X, range 5, X is range to the target. So the more is the range, the more damage you can perform. So those are the items that you can buy and use in your turn. Another thing is level up level 1 skills. So as I showed you on the player's board, you have those 2 special extra locations that are gray, let's say, and in here you can add special actions, special additional actions. So we have this deck of cards with 1, with 2, I mean to level 2 and level 3. So when you start each scenario, you're going to draw those extra actions, and how many of them, it depends on the player's count. So there's always two of them plus the amount of the players. So for 2 players you're going to draw 4 of them, and you're just drawing 4. Each player chooses 1, and basically that's it. So this is how you're going to level up. After the first battle, you're going to level up to second abilities, and after second battle you're going to get levels from the 3rd level. And gain unlocked unique items. So those are items that you are going to get when you are going to go through the campaign, and in this prototype we only got 1 of these. It's Amulet of Ferocity that gives you retaliate 1. And this item is like in a chest of the party, let's say. So each round, each scenario, you can decide which player, which character is going to get those items, those unique items. Now let's go to the phase 1 of exploration. So exploration is basically building a map. You're going to start more of the scenarios with your player, with this starting board of your city, and maybe like 2 locations adjacent to them, without any monsters, because I mean, at least in this prototype, without any monsters, with your heroes starting in here, and you're going to explore the dungeon, let's say. And how it works. So I'm going to show you the not rule book. I'm going to show you the campaign book. And in campaign book we have those scenarios. Wait a second. Here. So as I said previously, you on those map tiles you have information. I mean those letters that says that you can go with road L, or you can just try to explore N. right? So when you're going to build your map, you're always going to see what kind of letters are available for you. So in this example, in this scenario, there are path B, C, H, I, and so on. And you need to decide which path you are going to go. When you decide that you want to reveal path C, you just need to place tile 10A and read verse 102, which is like in here some flavor text, I mean some story and an event, what's going to happen when you go with this route. And this is the exploration. You're just adding another and another part of the dungeon until you are going to confront the enemies. The battle starts, and the battle is not random. I mean, in the specific moment of the campaign, the battle always starts, and it's always going to start in the same moment. It's not like it's a random encounter. There are always going to be, I mean, not maybe, yeah, there are always going to be 3 encounters, and those encounters are somewhere hidden, let's say under those tiles that you're going to add to the map. And this is exploration phase. Check this out. Until story trigger phase 2. So when you are going to read some kind of paragraph and the information is alright, now you need to prepare for the battle, you're going to the preparations. And now you have those 3 bullets in here that shows you what you can do when you prepare yourself. So spend resources, exchange items between players. I mean, I think this is quite obvious. Reshuffle enemy deck, spawn on fortified map tile. So as I said, you're going to shuffle the deck of each of the monster that is on a list in the setup of the scenario. You're shuffling this deck and spawning 1 monster per tile that is not reinforced, and that's it. And position heroes on fortified map tiles. So when you already know what kind of monsters are where, you can decide where your heroes are going to start. And you can choose from every fortified location on a map. So if you had an opportunity to fortify, for example, this tile, you can start in this location if it fits your strategy. And after that, you are going to perform a combat. And combat is very easy because in the combat round, first of all, there's an enemy turn, then trap turn, and finally hero turn. And now how it works. So when there's an enemy turn, you need to go one by one through all of the locations where you have monsters and decide if they are going to attack or move. And for example, let's go with this archer in here. I am going to take his cards and let's see. So archer, his target is a hero, and his range is 2 and attack also 2. And our archer is in this position, and for example our hero stands in here. So his range is 2, so 1, 2. He could attack something on this tile, but we do not have hero on this tile. So basically this archer is just going by 1, because most of the monsters in this game are just moving by 1 to the gate. Now, if this monster would finish his movement on a tile with traps, as you can see, after enemy turn we have trap turns. So the traps are triggered and they are performing attacks. They make damage to enemies on the map on this tile, and you can decide which trap is attacking which of the monsters on this tile. But also we have more advanced enemies, like this guy, Kobold Shaman. And as you can see, he has like a pattern of actions that he can perform. Perform only with the first attack possible. So if there is a target and this must be a hero, attack with strength of 2. But this means that this hero must be exactly on the same tile as Kobold Shaman. The second thing is target a hero, attack 1, range 2. So again, more or less like this archer. But also we have a third option, target a gate to our city with attack 1 and the range is 5. So this one is quite annoying, to be honest, because he can stand in place like here, I think. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can stand in here and attack your gate. But this is only the part of his activation. But because at the end of the turn, heal, depending on the number of players, so for 2 players 2, heal 2 on 1 kobold with missing health anywhere. So basically, it's without the range, and can target himself. If this does not heal any enemy, deal 1 damage to the gate, and again. When the health drops to 0 on a gate, you lost. So this is the activations of the monsters. You need to, the order is like this. If they can attack, they are going to attack. If there's nothing to attack, they are going to move and perform a no attack after movement. But we have some extra, again, keywords, like for example fast. And fast enemies can attack after movement. So in this game we have quite a lot of exceptions, let's say, from the rules, from the basic rules. So as I said, first of all, you need to determine that the enemy has a target. If there's no target, the enemy moves and its activation ends. And then you're going to activate all traps on the map. And after trap turn, heroes activates, and as I said, you're just performing those 2 actions, one from the top and one from the bottom of those rows on your player board. And you're going to repeat this combat phase again and again and again. Those 3 phases, those 3 turns, until all enemies are dead at the end of the last phase, or the game is lost. The gate HP is 0, all heroes HP is 0. So the best part when it comes to the battle in here is you are not going to roll any dice. There's no luck. You are just going to be strategic, and only your strategy can save you and lead you to your victory. And again, we played only those 3 demo scenarios. The first scenario was already difficult. I mean, we ended with 2 health points, our heroes, more or less. So it sounds easy, but in the end, the amount of the damage that the enemies are doing is a lot, especially that you're just using 6-sided die as your health, at least at the beginning. So the 6 is your maximum amount of health, and at the beginning of the game you don't have any way to heal yourself. So you need to be careful. I mean, there are some events, because when you're going to explore the map, you can find some events that event allows you to heal yourself. But without the items, you are going to losing even a single health point can be quite punishing. Let's go to the final phase, the 4th one with the rewards. So when you finish the combat and you survived, you're just gaining rewards. So you need to check the quest board, which is over here, and this is basically if there is any kind of token that you need to check in this quest book, what you should read and to progress the campaign. Each hero reset 1 ultimate ability, so one of those extra abilities that are on the top of each of the player boards. Reset used skills, so you can use them again. Remove skill tokens and status tokens, so you're in the next battle you can choose from all of your skills, not only those that are not blocked by the token. Level up, so again you're going to level up one of your skills. Add 2 items to the Dara's cart, so more items to the purchase. Gain 6 silver and 2 rune stones, so resources to buy resources to buy items and traps. And gain 3 components that are can be used to upgrade your traps. And continue with phase 1, so again you're going to explore the map, prepare when the battle starts, and battle with monsters. And basically this is it. I mean, this is Midhalla. As I said, we played those 3 scenarios. Each of them were difficult. I mean, it wasn't easy gameplay, as it's quite common when authors are preparing those tutorial scenarios. they are quite easy, and you feel like, oh, there's not going to be any challenge. And here you're starting with challenge already. So the rules are extremely simple, but the difficulty in this game is in your capability of building your strategy on how you're going to smash all of those monsters that are moving from the depths of the dungeon to your city, to the gate at the top of the board. And basically that's it. So Midhalla, we are really surprised by this game. I mean, we've seen it on the last year's Essen Spiel, and it was interesting then, but we didn't feel the theme. We are not so sure how it's going to look in the end, because we also played like a very simple demo then. But right now, when we had more components, we got the story, we got cards, we got items that we can purchase. We know that there is a little bit of legacy element. This game looks really interesting, especially when you don't like randomness, and in here you're not going to find it. I mean, the only random element in this game is the way how the monsters are going to spawn on the board. So, but also, even when the monsters are spawning, you have an opportunity to prepare yourself and set your heroes on the right locations, so your strategy can be designed for the encounter that is waiting for you. And that's it. I think there's no more to show you with this prototype. As I said, there are also some more elements that are not included in here, like this barricade that I find the card somewhere. There is going to be more traps. I have 3 of them in here, this spike blade and ram, but there is also something more advanced. And yeah, I don't know what authors are going to bring to the table in the final product, but what we already saw looks very interesting, and we love that it's a co-op game, because Cloudspire is also this tower defense game, but its main way to play is in a competitive mode, and we believe that this type of game works better in co-op. So this is a co-op, a Midhalla co-op, the tower defense game. If you're interested in this title, just check out the description in this video down below. You are going to find a link to their crowdfunding platform. So thank you so much for watching this video, and see you in the next one.